Hi, welcome back. Today I'm doing something a little different. It's not like crazy different, but I've been watching a lot of Katie Jane Hughes, and she does a lot of like really ethereal eye looks with like a bold lip and vice versa, and I've just been really into how she does complexion and how she uses all of her makeup products like tools and just multi-functional. So I've been trying to incorporate that a little bit more. I used to do this look a lot, like where she does like a pink eye with a red lip, and we're about to be approaching February at the time of me filming this. Like what's today? I was inspired to do kind of like a very simple glammy Valentine's Day look with the like slightly pink eye, a flushed glowy base, and a nice red lip. And I haven't wore a red lip in a really long time, and I'm really liking it. I'm just going to be using a couple products that are new to me but not necessarily new to the market, and yeah, so let's just get into the look. It's really fun. I love a good fringe moment, you know? So I've been watching a lot of Katie Jane Hughes, who is a makeup artist. If you know her, you know her. She recently kind of rebooted her YouTube channel where it's called Uncut with Katie Jane Hughes. I'm just taking the Flawless filter by Charlotte Tilbury. And anyways, so I have been watching a lot of that. She's super funny. I love her Instagram. I think her makeup looks are super like glossy and beautiful. And she has this way of like making things look really natural, but also editorial and artistic at the same time. Like she doesn't really subscribe to that like clean white and right kind of weird thing that happens in the clean beauty sphere, which I do not subscribe to at all. But anyways, yeah, I've just been really inspired by the way she does complexion, so I'm gonna try and do that today. She seems to really like a super dewy sheer base, which is right up my alley. And she uses Glossier Stretch Concealer as an overall base with a brush a lot of times. I'm using what are these called? The e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. I think that e.l.f. makes really great brushes, and it's a really affordable option if you're just getting into makeup and or if you just need to fill a few gaps in your kit. I always recommend the e.l.f. Small Stipple brushes. So I'm just gonna lightly tap that into my brush here and then just diffuse this onto my face. I'm kind of on like a really crazy high right now. Like I'm not high, but I'm just like, I just submitted my application to a PhD program, and yeah, if you know me in real life, then you know that this has been kind of like occupying my entire life the past month and a half, and I've had so many instances where like I was just doubting myself and I was like, I don't even know why I'm trying to do this. Like, I just feel like a fool. But yeah, thank you, honestly. Like, whether I get in or not, like if you've encouraged and been supportive of me throughout this entire process of like basically breaking down my work and like restarting my entire like artistic practice in this whole new light, yeah, I'm really excited. Like if I get in, I'll be working on like a 4-year long like research project that involves like education on climate change and like using science and art to do that. But anyways, yeah, I'm really happy that I at least can say that I applied to it instead of like just not doing it, because that's an automatic no. You know what I mean? Like if you don't take the step and put yourself out there for something, especially when it comes to dreams and like things you want to pursue, no matter what they are, just remember that it's an automatic no if you don't apply or put yourself out there. So you just never know. You never know. And I'm proud of myself for at least getting that far. I'm going to be taking the Nars Laguna bronzer in Laguna 1 and just lightly chiseling. Katie Jane Hughes uses all brushes. I never see her use a sponge, so I just kind of wanted to do that myself. And it's always so soft, so blended, so glowy, and we like that here. We like that here. Man, I have to say that this might be my favorite cream bronzer. Like, I thought the Say was it, and like I still really like the Say and I use it all the time, but I think that this is like, oh man, it's so nice. It's like, I don't even feel like I have to really like look when I'm like putting it on my face because it's so effortless. Got a lot of dryness under here because I had like a really horrible breakout during my period. Like, and I think it was, a lot of it had to do with being so like scatterbrained and kind of like all over the place, and like the stress of that, like just making sure I had everything in order for the application that's due on February 1st. But yeah, I think that contributed a lot to like hormonal acne, as it does. Next, I'm going to be taking my Rose Ink cheek and lip color. I've actually never used it on my lips. This is in the shade Daylily, and I'm actually using the Rose Ink blush brush. I love this brush. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's slightly stippled. As you see, I really need to clean it. It's slightly stippled, but it's very, very dense. So I feel like it really helps like disperse products, especially cream products, very evenly and very like airbrush-esque. I'm not going to drape with this today. I'm going to be just taking it the way she does, just right here on the apples, and diffuse it up. Usually I put the most pigmentation up by the temple and diffuse down, but she always starts just right here and then diffuses up. And she really like packs on the blush. She loves a glowy blushed look. So do I. So do I. And then with her concealer brush, she just diffuses everything. She doesn't take any more product. She always emphasizes that. She never takes extra product. She just kind of has what she calls a primed brush that has leftover product on it. And she just diffuses any sort of additional complexion product that you added after your concealer or foundation. So the first new product that I'm going to be talking about today, and one of the products that I broke my no by with, is this cream highlighter by Rituel de Fille. I haven't bought anything from Rituel de Fille in a really long time. I used to really like them a lot, and then I kind of got out of the sphere of like indie brands in a way, and I started to gravitate more towards luxury, but I'm starting to dabble my toes back into the indie thing because I'm getting kind of bored. You know, I want something a little funky fresh. But this is the cream highlighter in the shade Phosphene. Anyways, it's this like kind of pinky yummy color, and I have a feeling that made me really, really excited that it might be a slight dupe, or at least color-wise and finish-wise, it might be a dupe for the liquid Becca Opal. I'm just gonna do this for science purposes. I'm just gonna squirt a little bit, well, right next to it. The Rituel de Fille one is significantly more sheer, and the Becca Liquid Opal is significantly more like, it has more of like a base pigment, but up here is Phosphene and down here is Opal. Not quite the dupe that I thought it was. Yes, we're still not there. We're still not there. I have been trying to dupe this color and this consistency and this finish basically since I found out that Becca was going out of business, and it's you know, I think 3.5 years later, and it's still a bust. It's still a bust. But the Phosphene is, right here, is a very beautiful color, so I'm excited to use it. This has kind of like a lavender scent to it, which if you're, you know, I feel like you should know if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. But I'm just gonna, I'd like to just swirl this blush brush right in here, and then I tap at the high point of my cheeks. And that's just lovely. That's lovely. Absolutely stunning. Stunning. Oh man. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. This is my second time using it. And when I used it, I was like, oh, this might be the same as Becca Opal, but now that I've swatched them next to each other, Becca Opal is much more like champagne, where this is, it's kind of champagne, but it leans more pink. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. It's definitely a win. I'm really, really happy with that. Like, that's so pretty. I kind of want this to be a little bit more bronze, but just slightly. So I'm gonna go in with a powder bronzer. I'm using the Victoria Beckham Beauty bronzing brick. And I'm just gonna take that and kind of keep it up towards the hairline here. Yeah, I think that adds just a little bit of something, something. I can't like turn my head because I have like a bad kink in it. So fun facts about me, I was in a car accident like, I think like 5.5, almost 6 years ago now. And I got like really severe whiplash and I was knocked out because a driver like hit me head on. Like they went over the double yellow line and hit me head on. Luckily, nobody was like, you know, seriously injured, but I was definitely the most injured person. But yeah, and so ever since then, like I'll just randomly get a kink in my neck where I like turn into like a AI robot for a while. So that's happening today, so I can't really like turn my head to show you, but I can show you on this side. There you go. Yeah, I think that's what that needed. Ooh. Yeah. Bangs. My bangs grow so fast. Yeah, that looks good. So the next new product that I would like to mention is this beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this. I've only used it a few times and I'm so excited to share it. This is by Rituel de Fille as well, and this is the Crystalline Matter Eye Soot. I believe that's what it's called. Crystalline Matter Eye Soot. Yes, and this is in the shade Fire Opal. This is, the Crystalline formula is one of those like specialty formulas that Rituel de Fille does. They only have these available like once a year because apparently the people that work in the company like hand mix these pigments together like for the entire batch. So they can't like have this available all the time. And they had like, I think it was called the Treasure Trove or something, like limited sale because everything was such like limited supply, and they made it available on their website with like a secret password that you had to like sign up for their mailing list to obtain. I linked it in my my like community page with the password and stuff because I was so excited, because the only time I had been like really intrigued to buy from Rituel de Fille again was when I saw these, but they were sold out like so fast when they came out the first time. So I got my little paws on this one. It's a very funky formula, and you know, it's not, I don't recommend using this with a brush. Use it with a brush. It is like kind of spongy and squishy, and because they're like very like finely milled, but yet they chunk together type of like glitter pigments. So if you put a brush in there, I feel like it's more inclined to just fall off, because that's what I did the first time I used it. But it's like this beautiful pink. Like, let me just swatch it, actually, on the back of my hand here. It's a beautiful, like, it has like pinks and silvers and green. Man, I wish that there was a way that you could see. I thought there was like a trick with like duochrome or something. Nope, I can't do it. But anyways, if I kind of flash it like this, like maybe you can see some of the green, but oh man, it is just absolutely stunning. It's so stunning. It's like a pinky rose beige neutral, but also like there's some flashes of like kind of like fiery magenta, and then it'll shift to green, and it's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, this has become like kind of a go-to one and done for me. And it's so easy and it's so wet looking, and I just wow, wow, wow. I think it's so good. It's so good. I like this formula significantly better than the Ash and Ember eye soots. I do have another one of these that I got years ago. And I'm actually not sure if it's still good or not, but I think it's called like Uve or something. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's like EXUVIVAIE, something like that. Anyways, I have that color and it's kind of like a bronzy red. And you can get like a really nice like smoked out look, but they're not as like emollient and it's not very wet looking. It's just not something I like think about using very much, and that's why I have it like in my like editorial kit instead of like personal use makeup. But this is just, oh man, next time I try this, I actually want to like put this over top of like a darker shadow to see if the greens will pop out more. But man, I'm like just seeing like the magenta and the green with like the switch of like pink and peach, and oh man, it's so nuanced and so beautiful. And like even when I film it in natural light, I can't get the greens or like even some of these magentas, but holy rip, I wish that you all could experience just the celestialness of this look. Like it's so, so beautiful. And it's just enough pink for me to stick with that like pink eyelid and like red lip, like Valentine's Day look that I'm going for today. Anyways, this is like a really big win. I haven't been this excited in like kind of a while. So it's just kind of like something different and something like to kind of spice up my makeup bag. Okay, next new product. Might be kind of surprising considering how much I like kind of talk a lot of smack on this brand that's very popular right now and everybody loves them. But you know, I've had, of the 3 products that I've tried from them, like I've had 2 misses and only 1 like success. So, but I'm being brave. I'm being brave. I'm trying the Merit mascara. This is supposedly a tubing mascara, and I'm a tubing mascara freak. So I'm gonna give it a chance. This is my very first time using this. So I'm gonna be kind to it. I'm gonna be super forgiving because not all mascaras, the first time you open them, perform the best. So I will report back, or maybe like pin a comment or something after I post this video to say how this has been performing. But yeah, we're just gonna give it a chance. It seems like kind of wet and thin, but at the same time, like not like to the point of like Glossier Lash Lick. We'll just see how this builds, because I do compare everything now to either the Tower 28 or the Victoria Beckham Beauty mascara, because even though the Tower 28 is not a tubing mascara, it performs like a tubing mascara. And the Victoria Beckham Beauty is the most like voluminous, like beautiful, soft, fluffy lashes, but it's a tubing formula, so it's just easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, this is, this just seems fine. I have a feeling that after a few uses, this will thicken up, but it doesn't apply a lot of product. There's no like clumping or anything. This just seems like pretty like user-friendly, I feel. I don't know. I mean, it just seems fine. Like I'm not like wowed or anything. So if you have like, not as like thick and long eyelashes as me, you might be like super underwhelmed. Or like if you're looking for like an easy, approachable kind of black mascara, this might be up your alley. But yeah, this is just, this is just fine. Like it's not crazy. Let's see how it builds on this side now that that's been sitting for a little bit. Okay. It seems to build on top of itself pretty well. This might be a mascara that I have to like curl my lashes with to get like a more like lifted look, because it does seem like it's not lifting my lashes all that much. Yeah, that's like, it's like light and fine. Like this doesn't feel heavy at all. And it also doesn't feel like hard. Like as it's drying, it doesn't feel like heavy and hard. So, you know, I think this is fine. Is it worth the money? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll report back. For lips, I'm going to start with the NYX Nude Beige liner. And just kind of structure out my lips a little bit here. Not too much, but just like enough to give it a little extra something. Okay, this next product I pulled out of my kit, and this is in the old packaging, but I do believe you can still get this. It's the Urban Decay lipstick, or Vice lipstick. I think it's called the Vice lipstick. And it's in the Comfort Matte formula. And this is in the shade Bad Blood. It's this beautiful, like red, or it's a beautiful red. Yes, it's a blue-based red. It's so, so pretty. And so what I like to do with red lipsticks is I like to take the palm of my hand and just really saturate like a big old swatch right there. And so you can see like the blue in that. And then I like to take a lip brush and just really get that saturated onto the brush. I want to do kind of like a kissed, like an already been kissed kind of look. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and really push the product in. You don't want red lipstick to be sitting on top of the lips. You want it to be in the lips. Does that make sense? So. And this really like shears it out, and also like you can start to see the like under pigments in this. So it really starts to show like the blue base in this. And remember to use your hand as your palette, because it'll warm up the product and help disperse it out evenly. Okay. So you just like take a little time, hem and haw with it. And then something I like to do, especially when I'm wearing red lipstick, is I like to just take whatever is left onto the brush, or on the brush, and just apply it to the cheeks. And then take the brush that you used your concealer with and just blend it out. Just for like that like slightly flushed look. And it'll marry the color that you put on your lips with the rest of your face, so it doesn't wash you out too much. And that will effortlessly just blend together because your brush will already be primed with that concealer. I think. Well, that's looking pretty good. Not the day to wear a white sweatshirt, but like, and like, look how beautiful that is, like when it's sheared out and then like built up. Hey, that is it. I'm really happy with these new products. The Rituel de Fille products are really, really beautiful. I'm so happy that I picked them up. They're just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And the eyes are just like really enigmatic. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I haven't worn a red lip in a really long time, and yeah, Katie Jane Hughes does this a lot. She does like a pinkish eye with like a red lip, and I really like that combination. Yeah, the mascara, you know, it just seems fine. Like it's not like blowing me out of the water, but you know, it just seems like something that I can pick up and use every day, and it's just, you know, that's very like Merit's brand at this point. I would say that it's just like, it's easy, like everyday type of makeup, which is fine. Everybody needs that. And a lot of people really like Merit. So I would say that this is not a fail, but it's also like not a favorite. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching me create this look. I'm really happy with the products that I broke my no by with and just kind of spicing it up and doing something a little different today. And thanks so much, and thank you, I love you. Okay, bye!